Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading, Sagittarius. Let's see what your energy is. You got these two cards here which talk of door to value and the thinking woman. So it's all about just looking at your thought process, how it is changing you and how it needs to change also, so that you move towards things which bring you value, or probably very plain and simple, which bring you more money. So here you need to change your way of thinking regarding finances, or maybe the way you're working, so that you can get more finances, or just to see that where are you investing your thoughts. Are they productive? Are they adding to you? Are they of any value? Plain and simple, are your thoughts of any value? You have the teacher card over here. Here you are being urged to learn these kind of things for yourself, to invest in wise thoughts, so that you these wise thoughts pay off and give you results. And you also have the meditate card. So Sagittarius, for you it is all about meditating on what you are thinking. Are those thoughts of any value? And this is supposed to be a learning lesson for you in life. Have you been thinking about things which are pretty useless, or they just pull you down, they don't take you up, they don't take you forward, they don't bring about a change in your situation? So those are the kind of things you really need to see, because the moment we start thinking, and those thoughts will make us do the actions, right? So if we are thinking in a particular manner which is not all that great for us, our deeds are going to be in line with that, and as a result we will see that nothing much comes out of the effort we are putting in. Why? Because the thoughts are not of a very good quality or vibration, right? The moment you start altering those thoughts will trigger you to do things differently, or to do different things, and that is when you see the shift and the change is going to happen for you. Let's see in what context this reading is. We have the Page of Pentacles. Again, it's a card, it's a young energy card starting out. So this is a good time to start and initiate this whole process of thinking about what you're thinking, right? Because you really need to, it would be a good idea to start with these changes, and to take the first concrete steps, to sit, meditate, and see what are you actually thinking about. There is a lot of conflict going on within you. I would say this is for you, what to do, what not to do. And in that process, if sometimes we feel that it's best to leave things the way they are, let things be the way they are. If we are going to let them be the way they are, obviously there is not going to be much change in our life if you're looking at bringing about a change, because the thought process remains the same, of struggle, of push and pull, of maybe sometimes you want to do something but you get into that conflict with yourself. Should I do it? Even if it's worth it, is it going to get me anything? And you give into that conflict and you don't land up doing anything new or different. So the same process continues, the stalemate continues, the stagnation continues, the stillness and the heaviness of the situation persists. You're urged to this is the Death card, which talks of release and transformation, right? You need to end this very, very clearly. Your reading is telling you to end this kind of a conflict, and to bring about those changes which your thought, which your head, your brain is also telling you that I need to just kind of look at it differently. I need to bring about a certain freshness in the way I am thinking, and to proceed with it slowly and gradually. Here we can see that the horse has, there is movement in the horse, but it is not very fast. It is kind of just starting out at a medium pace, just a trot, maybe. Start slowly, start one step at a time, start little. And whenever you're starting, just trust your intuition with what you need to start with. But you do need to make a start, Sagittarius, for bringing about this shift for yourself, and you will need to persist with it, and you will need to work with it in order to see the changes coming about, because this is not something which happens overnight. Sometimes very drastically it can happen, but those kind of events are best avoided. We don't want to wake up one day and see that the whole thing has changed. It's going to be such a shock for us and take us so much more time to adapt to it, right? Slowly bring about these changes in your thought process. Catch yourself now and then, whenever you feel that you're again spiraling down to what you used to think, and look at it hopelessly and stuff like that. You need to reorient and your thought process, and you will need to be with it for some time. Let us see what is in the present. Yeah, the past is completely over. The past pattern no longer exists, it no longer works, it does not add any value to your thought process. You need to have a brand new perspective. You need to put on brand new lenses to see yourself and the world and everything else. Because you need to, the universe wants you to move towards happiness. Whatever you have been thinking and the way you have been thinking is not very productive, and it does not even make you happy. So this card, or the 10 of cups, is that look at things which make you happy. Then you will see that if you visualize certain things giving you happiness, you need to train your thoughts, you need to change your thoughts in order to achieve that, in order to work towards that, right? So you just visualize what makes you happy, and then you will see the shift in your thought process coming, which will be backed up by the effort you're going to put in. And you need to persist with it. Very simply, Sagittarius, with the 7 of wands, you really need to dig in your heels, you really need to commit to it, and there is no giving up on this, because it is required. It's the time is such, it is wanting you to do this. The universe is sending very strong messages that do not give up on your own dream of happiness, whatever it is. Whether it bears fruit today, tomorrow, within 2 days, that's not important. The fact is that when you pursue what makes you happy every day, the effort you put in, the work you're going to put in, is going to make you happy, because you're working towards your happiness. That itself is going to bring about a lot of shift in your energy, Sagittarius. And speaking of shift in energy, you have this nine of pentacles. You will realize how much it brings to you. You will realize the goodness it brings to you. You will realize the well-being these thoughts bring to you. You will start feeling so good about yourself, because now you know that you are pursuing Knight of Cups over here. You are pursuing your happiness. 10 of Cups over here. You are no longer going to look back. 2 of Wands. You're only going to look in front. Where are these two people looking at? They are looking at their long-term happiness. They are looking at this image of them, which is very powerful, very confident. It has all the abundance, wealth, and everything you need, right? So this is what you need to be looking at yourself, Sagittarius, that you really need to commit and dedicate yourself towards your well-being and your happiness. What is coming up for you? We have the Page of Wands. This is again a young energy, which is all about you will see all about enthusiasm, optimism, and that creative flow of energy. So when you start pursuing where those things where you feel will make you happy, you will have this burst of energy. Again, it's child energy with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. You need to start working with this energy. What this energy fuels you to pursue, what it wants you to do. It could be a creative project as well, which you feel that you've been wanting to do this, and like if you can paint all day, you'll be the happiest. I too feel like that, that if I had all the time to paint, that would make me really, really happy. But you need to dedicate a certain amount of time of your day to it. You will start tapping into that happiness. The moment you start tapping into that happiness, you open the portal, the doorway to allow that happiness to start flowing towards you. That is the flow of energy which this Page of Wands is talking about. 5 of Cups and the Wise Counselor. I just get it that the moment you get into this flow, you might have that you might get into that energy that I wasted so much time, kind of so much time went by, I did not pursue my happiness, I used to feel miserable. That kind of a negative spiraling down might happen, Sagittarius. But with the Wise Counselor, just trust that this is how things were to take place. This was the pattern it were to follow, and that is how you had to go through all of that to realize that yes, I must live for what makes me happy. I must put my energy in what makes me happy. I must put my effort in what makes me happy. I have this happy dream which I must pursue, and which brings value to me. I need to change all of that. This is the self-talk, Sagittarius. It would be a good idea to give yourself. And with the Wise Counselor, you could meet somebody who actually backs up this entire thing for you. In your meditation, you could come across your guides and masters who are always connecting with us. But the fact is that you will experience this 5 of Cups energy for a while, but the moment you get into that, do catch yourself and tell yourself that this is the way things were to pan out for me. Let me get you some guidance, Sagittarius. We have the Swan. appreciate the beauty inside and all around you. That kind of backs up this Five of Cups, which says that there is a there are these kind of dark phases in life, which we need to go through to emerge beautiful. The swan, you see, we all know the ugly duckling story, where the duckling is not as pretty as the swan is, but it needs that time to grow into a swan, and it develops and changes into something so beautiful and graceful. So just appreciate and acknowledge it, acknowledge your pattern, what you have experienced, what life has given you, to it's only given you that so that you could finally emerge into this and live gracefully, accept yourself and your life gracefully. After all, this is a gift from God, it's not what we have done on our own. So when you start getting into that energy of accepting things gracefully with gratitude, you will know that it is just a learning experience for you, and more than that, whatever else is it has taught you, it's different for everybody. Dragonfly, you know who you really are. So this was this entire process, to wake you up to another aspect of you. You were living in one particular way, which is coming to an end. From here, this is your metamorphosis time, where you are emerging into that butterfly. So be with it, continue. Like the butterfly will just keep, as a caterpillar, it just keeps eating, because it is growing inside. None of us can see what's happening inside the cocoon, right? So just keep putting in that effort, and you will see a new you emerging, graceful, beautiful, dignified, that calm, composed energy, grace all around. That is what all of you are emerging into, Sagittarius. So just hold on to these changes which you're being guided to do. Work hard, connect with your guides, meditate. This is a big learning process, for you, and probably all of you, at some point in time will be the teachers who are going to guide others as well, right, through your own experiences. With that, I'll wrap up your reading, Sagittarius. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up, and thanks so much for watching.